first the headlines. Anglican church leaders divided over homosexuality. Ugandan father abandons intersex child, and former Botswana president calls for legalization of homosexuality in Africa. Now the news in detail. The Anglican Communion last week voted to censor its American branch during a meeting in Canterbury, England, called to reflect on the future of the Communion. The vote to suspend the Episcopal Church from further decision-making was leaked a day ahead of a press conference that had been scheduled for last Friday. The vote passed by a two-thirds margin, including prominent voices among African bishops who have loudly condemned the American church for its liberal stance on gays. The dramatic demotion follows a string of Episcopal churches' decisions stretching back to 2003, when it elected James Robinson, an openly gay man, as a bishop to New Hampshire, a decision that led dozens of U.S. churches to break away from the Episcopal Church and declare their allegiance to a series of rival groups, including the Anglican Church of North America. In the same meeting, the Archbishop of Uganda, Stanley Ntagali, walked out on the second day following discontent on the presence of the same Episcopal Church and the Anglican Church of Canada that have accepted same-sex relationship. Homophobia continues to be widely spread on the globe by religious beliefs as well as leaders who are radically opposed to same-sex relationship. Ugandan father abandons intersex child. Alex Kirewa, a 19-year-old father from Rakai, has abandoned his wife and 2.5-year-old daughter after the little girl developed male organs. The child's mother, Dora Mirembe, says pubic hair has started growing around the male genitalia and both organs are equally active. She further explained that with lack of proper medical guidance and support, she set out to find a remedy for her daughter's problem. She has visited several herbalists in the hope of finding a cure, but all was in vain. Finally, she was advised to take her daughter to Mulago Hospital, where doctors recommended several tests, but all of them were inconclusive, since it is difficult to determine which of the two organs is more dominant. This is not the first intersex case that has left many baffled. In fact, most cases go unreported, while others are considered to be deformities by families. Former Botswana president calls for legalization of homosexuality in Africa. The former president, who served between 1998 to 2008, has once again made a stand for LGBTI rights in Africa. While speaking at the United Nations African Renewal website, the former head of state called upon all Africans to make room for second-generation rights if the continent is to be fundamentally moving forward. He stated that he is hopeful that all African countries will take after South Africa and legalize homosexuality. Change takes time and often meets resistance in some quarters. One of the challenges we have in Africa is that the traditional leaders and chiefs are against LGBT groups. We once participated in a debate organized by the BBC. Traditional leaders urged that they didn't like homosexuals because young people would follow their ways. They said they wanted their children to get married, give birth, and keep family names alive and bring bride price, among other benefits, is quoted to say. We found this to be selfish and a wrong mentality towards the LGBTI. Mungay is one of the few African leaders that have made unwavering position on issues regarding the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and intersex communities on the continent. Thank you for watching, and we wish you a blessed week.